she had this wide-eyed, terrified look on her face, and she was staring at me. So we locked eyes. I'm looking at her. She's looking at me with these wide, terrified eyes. Look. Hello. Thank you for tuning in to my channel. This is Mr. Maxwell. Today I want to share a story about a time I visited Mexico, Cancun, Mexico. I decided to go spend a couple weeks in Mexico for my birthday and enjoy a little bit of life, a little bit of the country, the culture. And Mexico is a beautiful country. I want to start off by saying that. When I went, I stayed on a resort. So to me, I didn't get the full experience, the full Mexico experience at any rate. But I definitely ended up getting a memorable experience. I'm on a resort, all you can eat, all you can drink. It was all inclusive, nice, balcony with the jacuzzi on the balcony, overlooking the ocean. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful view. I would walk around, just enjoy the sights, enjoy the scenery, eat, drink, be merry. It was a wonderful time until I decided that I wanted to jet ski. They didn't have jet skis on that particular resort that I was on, so it was adults only, which no children were there, so that was cool. But I wanted to jet ski. However, they did have jet skis at another resort. I took a cab to the other resort, did my thing on the jet skis, rode around. I stayed there, I don't know, about an hour or so, maybe two or 3 hours I stayed at that resort. So I enjoyed the jet skis. Now I'm ready to go. I'm on my way back to the resort, but then I decided that maybe I should find a shop and, find some souvenirs for people, for some of my loved ones. So I'm walking down the strip. I walked about, 4 or 5 blocks. It started looking more and more like the hood, if you know what I mean. I was kind of getting away from the resorts, from the tourist areas, and it was starting to look a little the hood. I mean, no matter where you go in the world, you know what the hood look like. I decided to stop and maybe take the bus. I see a lady standing at the bus stop with, I guess that was her son, because it was a little 5 or 6-year-old little kid. It was a little kid, little boy. So I asked her, where is the mall or the market? She didn't understand English. I knew I was way away from the resort area then. So I pulled out the phone, did the translator, asked her where's the mall or the market, and I held it up and it spoke, translated in Spanish to her. She held up 2 fingers. I didn't know if she meant 2 blocks or 2 miles, 2 kilometers. I didn't know what that meant. So I said, okay. I debated, should I walk? Nah, I'm already in the hood. I think I'm going to stay here. I'm waiting on the bus. This old gray bus pull up and the bus driver jump off. He said, hey, come on, get on. Come on, get on. I look back at the lady, so I'm going to let her get on first, me being the gentleman that I am. But she grabbed her son and fell back. She stepped back. So I said, oh, this must not be her bus. So I asked him, I said, are you going to the market? He said, yeah. I said, are you going to the mall? He said, yeah. I said, you going to the market or the mall? He said, yeah, we going there. Come on. So I'm looking at him. I'm looking at the bus driver. And I'm thinking, this is kind of odd. I'm feeling some type of way about this whole situation because I've never known a bus driver to jump off the bus or have someone jump off the bus and usher you onto the bus. It was a new experience for me. So I looked past him. I looked at the bus driver. I'm trying to see around the corner. I couldn't see around the corner. So I looked through the windows of the bus and I see this lady. She was a white lady, young lady, looked like she was about 30, 32, 30. She couldn't have been no more than 33, 34. And she had these wide eyes. She looked like she was just terrified. She had this wide-eyed, terrified look on her face, and she was staring at me. So we locked eyes. I'm looking at her. She's looking at me with these wide, terrified eyes. Look. And I'm like, wow, that's kind of odd. We're in Mexico. This is a white chick. She's clearly not Mexican. What is she afraid of? And I'm looking and I'm trying to look on the bus. And this guy's in front of me saying, come on, Migo, come on, Migo, 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 let's get on the bus, come on. And in that split second, I made my decision. I said, no, man, I'm not getting on the bus. No. He jumped on the bus and he left. And I said, wow, that was odd. And I couldn't shake the way I felt. However, about 10 minutes later, a red bus pulled up. Clean red bus pulled up. And this bus was crowded, packed. The lady and her son got on the bus. I got on the bus. And it was packed. And I'm trying to ask the driver, are you going to the mall? Yeah. But anyway, it was about maybe a 10-minute bus ride. And the stores, it was a bunch of stores right there. So I got off and I went into the stores and I did some shopping. They give you tequila samples or whatever you want to sample. They just give it to you. And it's real laid back. But I couldn't shake that feeling. However, when I got back to the United States, I told the old man about it. I said, hey, I was in Mexico, and I told him what happened. They tried to get me on the bus, and my cousin, he right there with the old man, he say, hey, man, he's military, by the way. He say, man, sometimes they'll have a guy that'll get you off away from the crowd. Hey, come here. And you know what? When he said that, there was a guy that was calling me from across the street. He said, come here, man. I got a good deal for you. I got deals for you. Come here. He was like across the street. So I kind of followed halfway across the street. Then he went around the corner. Said, come on. And I said, no. I turned around and went back. At any rate, he said, yeah, they'll get you off around the corner where there's very little to no traffic, and they'll have a van open, and they'll have some clothes, costume jewelry, some other things hanging from the van. And when you lean in to look, they push you in there and take you and kidnap you. That's one of the ways that they kidnap people in Mexico. This is what he said. I said, wow. So then the old man said that he had a story as well. He said that there was a young lady in a bar. She was having a couple drinks with some friends, and she woke up in front of the police station. Her friends were gone. She's by herself. Her clothes were bloody, and, she just felt some discomfort. She didn't know where her friends went, didn't know how she got in front of the police station, and didn't know why she was by herself or why her clothes were bloody. She knew nothing. She get on a plane the next day. She go back home, and she's feeling sore, and she's got this scar on her side. She go to the doctor. The doctor x-rays her, examines her, and said, hey, one of your kidneys are missing. Whoever did this, it was a professional. It was a surgeon. It was a good job. They sewed you back up. They removed your kidney and sewed you back up. Whoever did it was a surgeon. Yeah, they took one of your kidneys. You can still have a productive life, though. When he told me that, I said, whoa. I went on YouTube. I went online and I started looking up cases to see if people really, if these type of things really happen. And sure enough, these things really happen. I just wanted to share that with you guys to let you know that It's okay to have fun when you go on vacation, when you do your thing, when you go out of town, but you have to also be aware. After that, I stayed in Mexico about another week after that, but I didn't leave the resort. I was so disturbed by the incident with this bus incident that I was telling people, hey man, I would tell couples I'm walking past, I would say, hey, don't leave the resort. Be careful out there. And they would look at me and say, yeah, we know. And I'm like, wow, I guess I'm the only adventurous one. I guess I had my dunce hat on that day, but I wanted to jet ski. It was an experience. It was definitely something that I will not forget. To be honest, I didn't even think about it when I was walking through the streets of the Philippines. Wow. I guess that could have happened to me there. But in the Philippines, you see a lot more security. So I'm not sure if that makes a big difference, because if somebody targets you, if you're a target, you're a target. And that's just what it is. But Mexico, that you got to be careful. You got to be aware. And that I would not forget that incident. Who knows if I'd have got on that bus. And to this day, I'm torn between, should I have stuck my head in there and looked around the corner to see what's going on? And another part of me also wishes that I could have somehow made sure that lady was okay. Her image is still in my mind to this day. I can see her clear as day. I can see her as if I just looked at her yesterday. She has such a terrified look in her face. It burned into my brain like a digital image burning into your TV or your phone or something. It's like right there, shadowing. Hopefully, I misinterpreted what I saw. But when you see fear on someone's face, it's hard to mistake that, but it's also not impossible. Maybe that wasn't fear that I saw on her face, but it and the bus was gray, and it was old, and it was raggedy, and the guy jumped off and tried to usher me onto the bus. The only time I've ever recall seeing a bus driver get off the bus is when I took the Greyhound somewhere, and he would stand there and check the tickets. But other than that, I've never seen a regular bus driver, city bus driver, get off the bus and try to usher you into the bus. Thank you guys for listening. This has been Mr. Maxwell. Like, subscribe, share. Questions, comments, thumbs up, thumbs down. Either way, I wish you well.